We've got Richard Harris as well joining in on the show right now. Richard, hi, good morning. Great to have you on the show. And,
Thank you.
you know, just reading into what the Supreme Court has signaled now in the US, is there any glimmer of hope that tariffs could be rolled back?
Well, obviously, we're seeing things step by step at the moment. Glimmer of hope, yes, I think that's true. I think that the Supreme Court is looking to try and look at some of the issues on their merits. But at the end of the day, if it's a 50-50, then the Supreme Court is largely Republican and they'll come down on that side. My guess has been with the Supreme Court issue that they will probably try and fudge it a bit. Maybe try and kick it into next year as an indefinite view, but probably try and fudge the whole issue that Trump can make such dramatic moves on executive order alone. Even if they say tariffs have to be unwound because of the emergency order, Trump still has a number of other ways that he can keep tariffs on. But I think if you're looking from our point of view, from overseas, clearly it damages the US credibility significantly. It increases uncertainty significantly. But I think at the end of the day, what basically I think the markets are relying on, certainly outside of the US, is that there's the Trump tracker, the Trump always chickens out. Yes, he talks big, but he does come back quite a bit. We probably won't see tariffs back to where they were a year ago, but certainly I think they're likely to be a lot lower than the headline figures suggest.
Richard, do you see this as one of the triggers for the market going forward, or is it going to be more earnings-led, and the fact that it's AI or AI tech stocks which will be leading the rally from here on?
Well, earnings help, but I think at the moment we're in a stage of the market where news, innovations, ideas, inventions are the thing that causes the bubble. And people have a fear of missing out, FOMO. They don't actually want to be out of the market, as we saw with the rises yesterday. You know, markets, some key stocks go down and they recover the next day. We are going day by day. We are in extremely high valuation levels at the moment. We are in an area of real fragility, I think, certainly in the US, and probably dependent on the fact that no big news, no big negative external shock is at the moment seems to be around the corner. However, these shocks are unknowns. We don't know when they're going to happen, and it could happen. And of course, if something happens, an external shock in a fragile market, we must see prices come off quite significantly.
Richard, also the fact that the markets are discounting the shutdown in the US is 36 days of shutdown. We are entering the 37th. It's as if that nothing has happened in the US and the US is running as usual.
Well, it's amazing, isn't it, that you almost don't need a government, and this isn't just the US. We've seen long periods without a real government in places in Europe as well, as coalitions have struggled to form some sort of decision-making. So governments can carry on for quite a long time, but I think certainly in the US, because of the depth of the shutdown, I think we're likely to see an impact on economic growth further out. I mean, clearly tariffs are much higher now than they were before. We've got issues with growth anyway, because we have seen significant growth over the past. And now we've got government shutdowns, which are likely to dampen growth as well, with people not being paid, with air traffic controllers being furloughed or air traffic being reduced. All of these things are going to be a real dampen on growth. And I think that's the indication that investors are going to be looking out for.
Okay, Richard, great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for your time. Good to be speaking with you as always.